A most pleasant good afternoon to you. Welcome in to the Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference Women's Division II Championship game. The U.S. Navy Midshipmen and the Villanova Wildcats about to square off. And we're delighted to be joining you live on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. For this game, James Witherite flying solo on play-by-play duty from between the benches here at the Center Ice Arena. On the other side of the rink, our videographer and assistant producer, Mark McClure, bringing you the game in pictures. Pre-game warm-ups have just concluded. And without much more ado, we'll take you inside the glass for today's opening introductions. Hockey fans, a most pleasant good afternoon to you, and welcome once again to the Center Ice Arena on the grounds of the Delaware State Fair, home of the 2023 Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference Women's Postseason Tournament. This afternoon's championship game pits the number 3 seeded United States Naval Academy Midshipmen against the number 1 seed, the Villanova University Wildcats. Let's meet today's starting lineups. Beginning with the designated visiting team, the Navy Midshipmen. Starting in goal, number 30, Maggie Kalasa. On defense, number 8, Lindsay Beisch. And number 23, Maggie Schillinger. At left wing, number 15, Alexis Smith. At right wing, number 24, Christina Cornelio. And at center, number 19, Brooke Gauthier. And now the starting lineup for the Villanova University Wildcats. Starting in goal, number 6, Molly McKenna. On defense, number 23, Olivia Gordon. And number 18, Jasmine Messino. At left wing, number 11, Grace Curran. At right wing, number 9, Austin Elvacrog. And starting at center, number 7, Cameron Brown. The on-ice officials for today's game, as appointed by the American Collegiate Hockey Association, are Steve Cannon and Graham Harlocker. Fans, at this time, we ask that you join the teams and officials in directing your attention to the American flag located behind the Villanova goal. Performing the Star-Spangled Banner, from the United States Naval Academy, Midshipman Mia Dillon.
Stripes and bright stars through the
Thank you, Mia. She pays me. Midshipman Mia Dillon with the Star-Spangled Banner. Pre-game introductions are concluded, and we're ready for this much-awaited championship tilt between Navy and Villanova, who got through Delaware and Rowan, respectively, to get to this championship game. From your perspective, watching at home or wherever you might be, Navy in their away blue kits moving right to left. Backstopped by Maggie Kalasa. Villanova, the top seed in the tournament, wearing their home whites, will move from left to right. In opening period play. Opening face-off brought to you by First State Ice Hockey, committed to building the next generation of youth hockey players in and around Delaware under the philosophy of one state, one goal. Learn more about their classes, their clinics, and their growing summer tournament program, all by visiting firststateicehockey.com on the World Wide Web. Smith takes aim from the left half wall after rapidly gaining the Villanova zone. That shot blocker down and away by McKenna, I do apologize. Schillinger to Cornelio, back to Schillinger at the left point. This across to Lindsay Beisch. Her shot got through, but it was blocked at the top of the crease by the backhand of Olivia Gordon. Brown the other way, muscles through neutral territory. Christina Cornelio caught up to her. And the mids work back through neutral territory before Sadie Natras for Villanova, patrolling the blue line near side, took the puck away. But she is guilty of an icing. Just 58 seconds into the first period. So the Villanova icing sets up an attacking zone face-off for the mids. Tess Clark in for the draw. With Holt working in the slot. And now muscling through traffic was Michaela Stangl, but separated from the puck was she. Zoe Garrett in front of the scorer's table, backhands the vulcanized rubber toward the navy blue line. It comes back the other direction. Clark throws it from center in toward the cage. It was paddled aside by Molly McKenna. Good for a second Navy shot. Keys to the game for Navy, keeping play above the tops of the circles in their own zone, limiting shots on goal. That was the key to their victory yesterday over Delaware, where they outshot the Blue Hens 50-14 and won by a tally of 5-3. Beisch in the slot couldn't get stick on puck. It's held in higher by Alexis Smith, protecting the zone for the mids. Beisch barely holds off her backhand. Long shot, sticked aside into the far corner by McKenna. That the third Navy shot. We're just past the 2-minute mark of the first period. Wildcats clear. Karina Baylor in a 1-on-2. Gets a shot through. It was wide of the far post. Enough time for Maggie Kalasa to react and hug that far post and direct the puck wider yet. Stangl working below the Navy goal. Ends up at the center of a two-a-side scrum in the far corner. This was cleared by Power up the right side. And it will come back an icing. With 17:06 to go in the first of 3 20-minute periods from the center ice arena. And Villanova will get themselves an attacking zone face-off after the icing. And Cameron Brown in for the draw across from Tess Clark. Clark won the draw for the mids. Recovering at center was Monopoli. Noble advanced the puck to Braun, who gains center before dumping it into the Navy zone. And the Wildcats will get some fresh legs on the ice. Kirsta Wheelock coming off for a change. Got the puck as far as center, across at the near side now. It is recovered by Curran, walked in, up the right wing boards, but she gets slowed up 20 feet inside the Navy zone. This is cleared and will come back an icing with 16:27 to go in opening period play. 3 shots on goal, all coming from Navy. And the face-off to restart play comes to the left of Maggie Kalasa. Zoe Garrett and Brooke Gauthier took the draw. Gauthier won. Cornelio up the far side. Throws a long shot in from roundabout the Villanova blue line. It was turned aside easily by McKenna. Puck bounces in the air, brought down by Garrett. Garrett along the near boards. Challenged by Alexis Smith. Ultimately separated from the puck, but Garrett gets it back, finding Cece Jenkins up the far side. Garrett's backhand directs the puck from center in behind the Navy goal, where it was chased down by Curran. Gordon holds the right point, getting the puck in low again. Stepping up at the far side was Elva Krog, but she was overpowered by a host of midshipmen. Barreling through the zone, a wraparound attempt from Tess Clark. Denied on the welcome mat by McKenna. So too was the follow-up chance from Stangl higher in the zone. Icing waved off by referee Steve Cannon on the long clear. Clark, troubled by the stick of Brown through neutral ice. Does get the puck deep, but gives it away. Jillian White comes the other direction. Cornelio counters up the far wall. Shot was blocked by Natras. Baylor comes down with the rebound. She slams the puck off the far wall before center. It is guilty of an icing as such. 14:37 to go in opening period play. 6 shots on goal, all belonging to the Navy midshipmen. And the Turkeys on the table for the mids here with an attacking zone face-off coming their way. And Brooke Gauthier in for the draw across from Garrett at the near dot. Zone was protected by Schillinger. Beich lines up a shot. McKenna with the textbook save, but the rebound was out in front. Back to Schillinger. Cross ice feed. Not handled cleanly by Smith. Here up the near side comes Garrett. But into a 1-on-3. She's outraced for the puck in the near corner of the Navy zone by Lindsay Beich. Tess Clark turns up the forechecking heat. Emerging with the puck at least briefly was Curran before Power took it away. The shot from Savannah Holt at the left half wall was stopped by McKenna. A net front scrum and a whistle sounds. With 13:34 to go in opening period play as midshipmen and Wildcats collide at the edge of the crease surrounding Molly McKenna. The Delaware Hockey Network is brought to you by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg, offering representation for personal injury cases, car crashes, on the job, or any other personal injury cases that would require representation. Visit injuryde.com to schedule your free consultation with evening and virtual appointments available. The Law Office of Long and Greenberg, presenting sponsor of the Delaware Hockey Network. We're nearing the 7-minute mark of the first period of a game that is to this point without a score. Garrett accelerates up the right wing boards, throws a long shot in under duress. It bounces off the end boards, and Stengel recovers for Navy. Stengel found Holt on the breakout. She worked the puck into the Villanova zone. Schillinger with a shot well off its target. This sets up Beisch at the top of the zone. Off the feed from Lexi Smith, but that was wide too. A two-a-side battle in the near corner. Gauthier walks in, takes aim from close up. And the 9th Navy shot on goal of the first period is caught and held by Molly McKenna for a pause in play. Power holds the left point after the Navy face-off win. Tess Clark working below the goal. It comes back high to Power around the horn. One-timer. Off the stick of Stengel was blocked net front. Stengel steps up, gloves the puck down, being pushed by Braun nearly outside the line. Natras tries to clear off her backhand, but Stengel again holds the right point for Navy. 8.5 minutes gone in the first period. There is no score between the Mids and the Wildcats. Puck is trapped in the near corner. Power protects the zone after Rusnak failed to clear. Rusnak puts the pressure on Power in the neutral zone after Navy lost attacking territory. Messino clears, and this will come back an icing with 11 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the opening period. While the shots are 9-0 in favor of Navy, there remains no score as Molly McKenna has answered every call to this point. Shot right off the draw. Into McKenna's pads. Beisch winds up from the point. 11th Navy shot. Kicked aside by Molly McKenna. Braun clears, and this too will come back an icing. .38 remaining in opening period play from the center ice arena. Gauthier in for the attacking zone draw across from Garrett. Caitlin Braun fails to backhand the puck clear up the far boards. Now it's tied up at the base of the Villanova bench, to a side. Messino does work the puck clear, but Cornelio held it in at the point. She gets the puck in low and now hustles off for a change. Schillinger to Wheelock. Shot from trailing toward the near corner was wide. Here's Kerr in the other direction. She gets one through, and Kalasa holds on for the pause. Just past halfway in the first period. No score. Maggie Kalasa makes her first save of the afternoon. Planning for retirement doesn't just happen overnight. For 35 years, Limestone Pension Associates has helped small businesses craft and administer pension plans for their workforces. Learn more at limestonepension.net. Villanova trying to generate a second chance. Grace Curran's shot was intercepted net front. Clark takes her time. Gives the puck to Power, who could not clear. This is backhanded by Savannah Holt. Up the near wall. Volleyed back the other direction by Villanova's Jillian White. Maggie Schillinger recovers below her own goal for Navy. She caroms the puck up the far side, but it's driven back deep by Elvakrog for Villanova. Austin Elvakrog throws one net front. This pounces back to the point. The shot from Monopoli made it through, but was turned aside. Gauthier clears. Monopoli over center. Launches the puck in deep again. 8.5 minutes to go in the first period of a 0-0 hockey game. This for all the Delaware Valley Marbles. Karina Baylor taking aim from distance. Puck caught a Navy stick on its way through and was deflected wide of the near post. It was Schillinger clogging up the net front area. Emily Noble looking for space. Monopoli offers support at the line. And play is halted with 7:55 remaining in the first period. Maggie Schillinger off for hooking. Sending Villanova to their first Primo power play of the afternoon. You too can score on the Primo power play. Visit your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or order your next party tray online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. Navy penalty assessed to number 23, Maggie Schillinger. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 12 minutes, 5 seconds in the first period. And a power play goal. From Zoe Garrett. Gives Villanova the early advantage. Villanova goal, scored by number 12, Zoe Garrett. Assisted by number 2, Cece Jenkins. And number 7, Cameron Brown. Time of the power play goal, 12:26 in the first period. Garrett from Jenkins and Brown at 12:26, a power play goal. Navy trying to mount a counterattack. Smith working high in the zone. Meanwhile, Clark pushes the puck through traffic up the near side, only to be stonewalled by Baylor, and Mary Rusnock works the puck beyond center. She throws it in from distance. This was frozen, briefly anyway, by Navy netminder Maggie Kalasa, who had some big skates to fill this season with the graduation of Julia Chenoweth. Monopoli digs the puck free from right in front of Mark McClure. Here's Noble. Cross slot pass, give and go. Noble crashing the net. Couldn't get the puck back from Curran for a close-up shot attempt. Monopoli held the right point. This puck recovered in the corner by Stangl. Now it's tied up to a side. Inside 6 minutes to go in opening period play from the center ice arena. Villanova drew first blood with the power play goal, courtesy Zoe Garrett at 12:26. Beisch couldn't dance past her own blue line. Smith takes her time now with more space up the near wall. Upon gaining the Villanova line, she was triple teamed and gave the puck away. Schillinger recovers, but a cross-ice pass to the far side was intercepted by Braun and driven back in over the Navy line. Schillinger gives this away to Garrett. Walked back in. The Villanova goal scorer chips the puck below the Navy goal, I should say. And with inside 5 minutes to go in the first period, the Villanova Wildcats are looking to build on their early 1-0 advantage. This was cleared to Grace Casey, but just shy of center. She couldn't get stick on puck. Schillinger recovers behind the Navy goal. Plays this puck up the right wing boards to Gauthier. And on further, the advance is halted as Steve Cannon signals a hook. Garrett off for hooking at 15:42. So the Wildcats are on their first Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill of the afternoon. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Villanova penalty assessed to number 12, Zoe Garrett. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 15 minutes, 42 seconds in the first period. Garrett 2 for hooking at 15:42. Power set up a Stangl one-timer. It was wide. Cornelio handles the rebound. Power, Cornelio to Power, coming to the top of the slot. Long shot was blocked high in the zone by Jenkins. 1:15 to go in this Navy power play. The Mids looking to erase the early 1-0 Villanova lead. Cats clear. Smith settles behind her own goal. Play action. Smith found Holt on the breakout pass. A cross ice feed to Tess Clark. This came from Beisch across the line to Schillinger. The shot in close from Holt was denied by McKenna, who had lost her footing in the exchange. Follow-up chance and a save with 2:47 to go in the first period. Molly McKenna's been mighty tough to topple here in the early go of this contest. Denying Holt the chance from the top of the left circle. .240 to go in opening period play. 20 seconds remaining on the Garrett penalty. Wildcats clear. Maggie Schillinger walks up the left dots. Around a pair of defenders, crashes the net. She couldn't jam the puck in, or could she? A goal is signaled. It looked from here as though it was saved, but the reverse angle replay, as you see, showed that Maggie Schillinger got Navy on the board. That's going to be ruled an even strength goal. Navy goal scored by number 23, Maggie Schillinger. Assisted by number 21, Kirsta Wheelock. And number 24, Christina Cornelio. Time of the goal, 17 minutes, 44 seconds in the first period. Schillinger from Wheelock and Cornelio at 17:44. Play halted due to an offside infraction. Garrett swatted the puck in over the Navy line right off the draw. Stengel played it back across the neutral zone. Stengel to Power, given away to Garrett. Final 90 seconds of the first period of a 1-1 hockey game. Garrett took aim rapidly from the right point. Her shot was well wide. Holt cannot clear. Curran drives play into the near corner. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Curran looking for options. Trying to get the puck deep, but it was tipped off the stick of Tess Clark, who recovered briefly for Navy. Now Brown works up the far side, trying to set up at the point Messino. Villanova's only mustered 4 shots on goal. This one from Gordon was wide of the near post by a goodly margin. Colossa gets the last word here. And Lindsay Beisch comes off for roughing. So Beisch rolled off at 19:28 after the post-whistle dust-up. And Villanova heads back to the Primo power play, with this game deadlocked at 1. Navy penalty assessed to number 8, Lindsay Beisch. 2 minutes for roughing. Time of the penalty, 19 minutes, 28 seconds in the first period. Beisch 2 for roughing at 19:28. Monopoli steps up to the near half wall. Challenged there for the puck by Stengel. Cornelio muscles this through to Gauthier. Shot wide of the near post. Braun clears. Final seconds of the first period tick away. And that will do it for the first period from Center Ice Arena. The score through one period: U.S. Naval Academy Midshipmen 1, Villanova University Wildcats 1. We'll be back after a quick timeout. There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue.
Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
Watching the game or tailgating with friends? Score big and serve in style with Primo Hoagies party trays and sampler platters. There is no bigger crowd pleaser than Primo Hoagies, made only with the highest quality Thuman's meats and cheese, sliced fresh to order and served on Primo's award-winning seeded rolls. You get the best tasting hoagies in the area and save yourself the prep time. Stop into your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or order your tray online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like...
Second period is underway from Center Ice Arena. Puck was down as the last ad was wrapping up. And a minute remains on this Villanova power play to begin the second period. Second period brought to you by the Hooper family, longtime supporters of University of Delaware Blue Hens hockey and of today's coverage of the Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference. Women's Division III and Division II championship games. Earlier today, Slippery Rock defeated Westchester 15-2 in the Division III championship. Here in the Division II championship, we're tied up one aside. That shot from Cece Jenkins is covered up by Kalasa for a break in the action. 56 seconds gone in the second period. 32 seconds left on the Wildcats' one-woman advantage. Natras holds the right point. Off the draw, but gives this puck away. It is cleared by Maggie Schillinger. Net front collision between Clark and McKenna. At the other side, trying to work through traffic was Curran, but the puck was poke-checked out of her reach. The Navy penalty has expired. All square 5 aside, all square on the scoreboard too, 1-1 through 100 seconds of the second period. Jenkins could not find Curran on the breakout. Power to Gauthier. This puck recovered by Grace Curran right in front of her own line and played up the far wall in behind the Navy goal again. Cornelio takes a stick check and lost control of the puck in her own zone. Christina Cornelio recovers, carries the puck beyond center, rolls it behind the Villanova goal. It ends up in the far corner of the Wildcats' end. And Monopoli walks it as far as center before Clark takes it away. Net front feed to Savannah Holt. That shot is blocked away by McKenna. So too is the follow-up. A couple rapid-fire saves from the Wildcat netminder, and this puck is contested in the far corner, 2 aside. They pitchfork away for it, and now Garrett brings it free for the Wildcats. Schillinger caught a stanchion in the glass near side, preventing her from clearing. Cameron Brown drove the puck in deeper, and this is covered by Kalasa for a pause. 3:15 in the books in second period play. Navy and Villanova deadlocked one aside. Play restarts to the left of Maggie Kalasa, who has stopped 5 of the 6 shots she's faced to this point. Baylor taking aim up close. Kalasa answers the call here as well. 3.5 minutes have expired in second period play. Garrett and Gauthier took the draw to the right of Kalasa. This puck worked up ice by Brooke Gauthier, turned back the other way by Natras. This rolls deep into the Navy zone. Power stick handles to try to generate some space, but her breakout attempt was stick checked offline, held in by Curran at the left point for the Wildcats. CeCe Jenkins tries again to set up a net front opportunity. Protecting the point was Messino. Another close-up shot, another save by Maggie Kalasa. With 15 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second period of a 1-1 game. Schillinger took away Brown's chance for a wraparound. Brown set up Rusnak coming into the high slot, but her shot was blocked. This was pushed clear. Volleyed back in by Rusnak. Puck chased to the near corner by Cameron Brown, surrounded by navy blue sweaters. The net front feed cleared out by Lindsay Beisch to the far wall, to the near wall it was. And there's Caitlin Braun with the go-ahead. Caitlin Braun gives Villanova a 2-1 lead. .5:15 into the second. Villanova have taken the lead once again. Villanova goal, scored by number 46, Caitlin Braun. Assisted by number 34, Mary Rusnak, and number 4, Annalise Monopoli. Time of the goal, 5 minutes, 15 seconds in the second period. Braun from Rusnak and Monopoli at 5:15. And here we'll give you another look at the goal, which was finished by Caitlin Braun off the Rusnak setup. Here comes Brown barreling in. Cross ice feed to Curran at the left half wall. She works the puck into the far corner. Where waiting is Jenkins, but tied up. It was Power who had Jenkins tied up in the corner, now hustling off for a change as play migrates into the Villanova end. Zone held by Schillinger.
And Maggie Schillinger is down after taking significant contact. On her way in, she was tripped by Cece Jenkins. And she will head off on her own power. So Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill time for the Villanova Wildcats as Jenkins heads off for a trip. Schedule your first cleaning by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Correction, it was not Jenkins. It was Sadie Natras, number 82. But the 8 missing from the sleeve number. Again, serves as a point of confusion. Villanova penalty assessed to number 82, Sadie Natras, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 6 minutes, 21 seconds in the second period. Natras 2 for tripping at 6:21. We've hit the 7-minute mark of period number 2. One timer from Power, just wide of the post. Rebound is contested directly below the Villanova goal. Wheelock recovers. The game is tied. Lexi Smith has put Navy back on level pegging on the power play. The shot from Stangl at the point. Ricocheted off McKenna's pads. And Lexi Smith picked up the pieces for the equalizer. Navy goal scored by number 15, Lexi Smith. Assisted by number 14, Michaela Stangl. And number 21, Kirsta Wheelock. Time of the power play goal, 7 minutes, 18 seconds in the second period. Smith from Stangl and Wheelock at 7:18, a power play goal. Eight minutes have elapsed in the second period. We're tied 2-2. Beisch clears. Brown volleys it back in. This is launched up ice by Grace Casey. Icing waved off by Steve Cannon. In comes Braun, crossing to the far side after facing traffic in the neutral zone. Christina Cornelio steals the puck. Her initial shot was saved, but the puck rolled in after the fact. (3-2) Navy. It was Christina Cornelio.
giving Navy the go-ahead goal. Navy goal scored by number 24, Christina Cornelio. Time of the unassisted goal, 8 minutes, 38 seconds in the second period. Cornelio unassisted at 8:38. Cornelio centers to Gauthier after chasing the puck down to the near corner. This comes high to Stengel. Shot through, saved by McKenna for stop number 20. Shots stand 23-9 in favor of Navy at this point as we near the midway juncture of this DVCHC championship game. An icing against Navy. Gives us a pause in play. Stengel and Power tried to hustle off for a change, but the eagle eye of Steve Cannon says no, ma'am. NCAA rulebook applies in ACHA play. Part of that, if you're guilty of an icing, your team cannot change on the stoppage. Tess Clark gives it away to Cece Jenkins, 2-on-2. Jenkins, shot from the top of the circle, was stick checked offline. Good Navy defense has limited Villanova's shots inside the dots. Power clears, now she'll try to head off in favor of some fresh legs, and it works out this time. Meanwhile, McKenna sprawls on the puck for a stoppage with 9:53 to go in the second period. Save number 21 for the Villanova netminder. There's a new gold standard for digital media solutions for small businesses. 412 Communications offers web and graphic design, social media consultation, public relations, writing and editing services, multimedia solutions, and more. Visit 412communications.com to learn how they can help your brand build bridges with the people you serve. This is an icing against the Wildcats. 12 seconds ticked off the clock as such. Face off at the far dot of the Villanova zone. Garrett and Gauthier took the draw. Braun off the toe of her backhand works the puck back into the neutral zone. Recovered by Gauthier, flipped in by Lindsay Beisch, recovered behind the cage by Monopoli. Caitlin Braun, hassled in the neutral zone, collides with Smith. Maybe collision's not the right word. Stengel pinned deep. Finds some help now in the form of Power gaining center, wristing the puck hard into the Villanova zone and coming off for another change. Navy looking to keep the shifts short, the pace high, and the puck in the Villanova zone. So far, minimal trouble in that respect, leading in the shot department 24-9. The Cornelio one-timer in the slot, the 25th midshipman shot blocked by McKenna. 2-on-1 for the Wildcats. Cross slot pass and Grace Curran has made this a tie hockey game. Messino with the secondary. Here's the 2-on-1. Dot-to-dot pass. Jenkins finds Curran with time and space galore. And 12:07 into the second period. We're even up again, 3-3. Villanova goal, scored by number 11, Grace Curran. Assisted by number 2, Cece Jenkins. And number 18, Jasmine Messino. Time of the goal, 12 minutes, 7 seconds. In the second period, Curran from Jenkins and Messino at 12:07. A frozen puck under the glove of Maggie Kalasa will bring a face-off to her right with 7:21 to go in the second period of this 3-3 hockey game. Another Kalasa save, this one denying Brown. Brown found the puck amid net front congestion. Curran took aim as well, but Maggie Kalasa had the last word. Final 7 minutes of the second period. Slapper from the right point ended up turned aside by McKenna. This held near side by Schillinger. Play offside with 6.5 to go. Gauthier and Garrett take the near circle face-off. Cornelio leaves the puck to Power across to Stengel. Power finds Cornelio. Gauthier can't race the puck down before it's swatted back by Messino into neutral territory. This rifled by Cornelio. In behind the Villanova goal, Natras tied up in the far corner. Leaves this back again to Messino. Pass intercepted. The Lindsey Bice shot was wide. Puck is loose in front, covered up net front. By Molly McKenna for save number 24 with 5:51 to go in the second period. We're all knotted up 3-3. Tailgating at Fred Rust Arena or watching with friends on the Delaware Hockey Network? Whatever the case might be, score big and serve in style with Primo Hoagie's party trays and sampler platters. There is no crowd pleaser quite like Primo Hoagie's, made only with the highest quality Thuman's meats and cheese, sliced fresh to order and served on Primo's award-winning seated rolls. You get the best tasting hoagies in the area and save yourself the prep time. Stop into your local neighborhood Primo Hoagie's on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or order your next party tray online at primohoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo. 5.5 minutes to go in the second period. Navy controlling the attacking zone, but staring down a 3-3 deadlock after Grace Curran leveled the score for Villanova in the 13th minute of the period. Monopoli caroms the puck up the near wall, where Curran connected with Noble on the breakout. This is turned back the other way, but iced. Just under 5 minutes to go in the second period of a 3-3 hockey game. And with the icing comes an attacking zone faceoff for Zoe Garrett of Villanova. This draw across from Tess Clark does go Villanova's way. Quick shot came in from the corner. Garrett, secondary chance, was wide after Baylor's first shot was turned aside by Kalasa. Stretch pass to Gauthier, thrown up the near side by Power. Fresh D pair on for Navy with 4 minutes and change to go. In the second period, Schillinger just held the line. Beisch from center. Baylor plays this across ice. And a high stick is signaled by Steve Cannon. High sticking with 3:46 to go. In the period, the guilty party, Caitlin Braun of Villanova. So the Wildcats are off to a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Schedule your first cleaning today at DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Villanova penalty assessed to number 46, Caitlin Braun. 2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 16 minutes, 14 seconds in the second period. Braun 2 for high sticking at 16-14. '29th Navy shot, 26th McKenna save. 3:27 to go in the second period of this 3-3 deadlock. Beisch collides with Brown at the center point. And the Cats launch the puck clear. Maggie Schillinger leads the rush the other way. Puck was skied by Beisch, glove down by Noble, and worked up the far boards. From our perspective, the near boards from your perspective, into the Navy zone once again. Stengel works through neutral zone heat. Her stick was lifted from astern by Garrett, but Stengel maintains her momentum well enough to set up in the Villanova zone. Cornelio to Smith. Cornelio back to Lexi Smith up high. Cross ice feed to Power working the left point. To Stengel. Shot was blocked. Zoe Garrett races down the puck to the near half wall. Smith is bodied down, trying to work it in deep again. It comes back to Power, who's forced to backtrack to her own blue line by the forechecking pressure of Zoe Garrett. 100 seconds to go in the second period. Braun and Wheelock exchange a few pushes and shoves after they collide. They separate of their own volition. And now play is halted as Steve Cannon signals a hook. Grace Curran heads off with 85 seconds to go in the second period, and the Villanova Wildcats are back on a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Schedule your first cleaning today by visiting DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com. Gauthier and Brown meet for the face-off. Power works the left point. She walks the line to try to line up a shot, but it ends up in McKenna's glove. Villanova penalty assessed to number 11, Grace Curran. 2 minutes for hooking. Time of the penalty, 18 minutes, 35 seconds. In the second period, Curran 2 for hooking at 18:35. Cats clear off the D-zone draw. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Stangl to Power to Gauthier. She puts on the brakes in the corner. Power's shot from center point. Waffle boarded away by McKenna. Scrum for a loose puck. Power's secondary shot. McKenna falls on it for a pause in play. There it was again. Power hunting down the loose puck as it came back up through the slot. But Molly McKenna has the last word. Final half minute of the second period. A net front chance, a scrum in front of McKenna again. And once again, Molly McKenna holds her ground amid a salvo of Navy shots. Baylor and Clark over the circle. Power's shot from the top of the circle, far side, was blockered neatly to the corner by McKenna. Braun offers defensive heat high in the zone, but Stangl worked the puck in low again. Final seconds tick away. That will do it for the second period. The score through 2 periods. U.S. Navy Midshipmen 3, Villanova Wildcats 3. We'll be back on DHN after the second intermission.
Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Watching the game or tailgating with friends? Score big and serve in style with Primo Hoagie's party trays and sampler platters. There is no bigger crowd pleaser than Primo Hoagie's, made only with the highest quality Thuman's meats and cheese, sliced fresh to order and served on Primo's award-winning seeded rolls. You get the best tasting hoagies in the area and save yourself the prep time. Stop into your local neighborhood Primo Hoagie's on Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania, or order your tray online at PrimoHoagies.com. It's not just a hoagie, it's a Primo.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Let's face it, saving for retirement doesn't happen overnight. It takes planning, and Limestone Pension Associates has spent the past 35 years helping small businesses do just that. Limestone specializes in crafting, planning, and handling the day-to-day administration of qualified pension plans tailor-fit to your company's needs and objectives. To schedule a consultation, call 302-479-8817 or visit limestonepension.net to learn more.
It's time for the third period. Let's head back upstairs to James Witherite.
Thank you, Norm Borg. Welcome back inside the Center Ice Arena at the Delaware State Fair, home of the 2023 Delaware Valley College Hockey Conference postseason tournament. We're through 40 minutes of play. Navy and Villanova are tied 3-3 in the championship game. Garrett, Braun, and Curran, the goal scorers for Villanova. To this point in the game, Schillinger, Smith, and Cornelio have all lit the lamp. For Navy. The shots incredibly one-sided, as you can see, 35-13 through 40 minutes of action. Make it 36 as a scrum surrounds Molly McKenna right off the opening draw. Some pitchforking. Net front up until and after the whistle, said Graham Harlocker. And Brooke Gauthier is ruled off for slashing 14 seconds in the third period, giving us 22 seconds of four-a-side hockey. Navy penalty assessed to number 19, Brooke Gauthier, 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty, 14 seconds in the third period. Gauthier 2 for slashing at 14 seconds. Power all the way, lost the puck right in front of the slot. And now a cross check signaled by Steve Cannon. You could hear the off-ice officials behind us trying to coordinate the penalty expirations. And with 38 seconds gone, in the third period, we're back to 4-on-4. Villanova penalty assessed to number 82, Sadie Natress. 2 minutes for cross-checking. Time of the penalty, 38 seconds in the third period. Natress 2 for cross-checking at 38 seconds. Villanova fast break. Here was Jenkins chasing down the puck. She collided with Kalasa. They both missed the net. And the puck was cleared out. Just in time to keep this tied up. So a minute has gone by in the third period. Navy clears, but is guilty of an icing. The face-off will come back to the left of Maggie Kalasa. Baylor and Tess Clark take the draw. Monopoli tried to protect the point. Clark muscles through to set up a 2-on-1. Now it's a 2-on-2. Clark's shot into the skates of Braun ends up in the near corner. Clark gets her own rebound, though, looking for space. She leaves this to Beisch at the point, but it's cleared back by Braun. Up ice, icing waved off. 45 seconds left of 4-on-4 competition. Both teams one woman down for the time being. Cornelio gives way to Noble. Baylor works the puck up the far boards to Curran, who shovels it in behind the Navy goal. We're coming to the 2-minute mark of the third period of a 3-3 hockey game in the DVCHC Women's Division II Championship bout. 10 seconds remaining on the Gauthier penalty. Our instincts want us to say Gauthier the French way. Brooke is back on. And it's a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. For the Wildcats for another 10 seconds. Colossa makes the save on the fast break. And Brown wins the following draw. This shot through traffic from Braun at the point. Covered and held by Colossa for save number 12. Holt working the far corner, the near corner rather, plays the puck below the goal. Karam's up to the half wall, or Bice trying to throw it in, but Brown brings it back the other way. Brown's shot from point blank range, kicked aside by Colossa. Stengel muscles her way into the near corner to extract the rebound. A poke check from Curran at the line, held the zone for Villanova. Brown takes aim again. That puck blockered into the air by Maggie Colossa. She catches it on the way down for the pause and play. Face-off will come to Colossa's left with 16 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the third period of this 3-3 hockey game. Both of these teams tested in semifinal competition to get here. Villanova beat Rowan in overtime. And Navy, after giving up 2 goals to Delaware in the first 10 minutes, came back to win 5-3. Schillinger throws the puck clear to Tess Clark, but it was intercepted by Brown in the neutral zone. Recovered by Wheelock. Curran steals it back at the near half boards, but gives it away to Schillinger again. Power cut to the middle to set up a 2-on-2. Backhand shot, paddled aside by McKenna. That her 33rd save of the afternoon. 15 minutes remaining in this DVCHC championship. Christina Cornelio looking for a second goal. Angled by Natras to the near corner. Is removed from the puck. And Curran clears. She's into a 1-on-3 in the neutral zone though. And that solid Navy backcheck continues to limit Villanova's A-grade chances. Garrett from just over the line dumps the puck in. It's again held by Monopoli. Long shot through, swatted aside by Colossa. She freezes here for the pause. Make a truly all-American meal the centerpiece of your next team event or special occasion. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky in Claymont, Delaware. Offers catering for group events, pulled pork brisket, barbecue chicken. They're also open for takeaway lunch 6 days a week at the Tri-State Industrial Center on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware on the northern end of the state. Learn more at sidsbbqandjerky.com. CC Jenkins throws the puck off the near boards, trying to connect with Zoe Garrett on a breakout, but Stangl took it away. Wheelock, cross-ice pass intended for Clark, was broken up by Baylor. Stangl again. Tried to get some help. A 4 from Holt to work clear. Now Cornelio in a 1-on-2. Takes a shot from high in the slot, but it's stick checked up into the netting behind Molly McKenna with 13 minutes and 29 seconds to go in regulation. Gauthier and Brown met to the right of McKenna. Messino had some help before from Braun to move play as far as the Navy blue line. Cornelio recovers. She heads off in favor of some fresh legs. Meanwhile, Rusnok works this puck to center. It comes back to Braun. She gains the red line again, launches a long shot into the pads of Kalasa. Good for save number 16 on 19 shots. From Villanova's perspective, it's a numbers game from here. Get pucks in deep, generate close-up odd woman rushes, and that's going to be the key to breaking this 3-3 tie. As far as Navy's concerned, they need to keep doing what they're doing. Keep play outside the dots, back check hard, as we just saw there from Lauren Power. The net front feed to Power coming from Tess Clark didn't connect. Here's Jenkins the other way, time and space. She picks her corner and she scores. CC Jenkins paves a way to the cage. And with 7:57 elapsed in the third period, the Villanova Wildcats have extended their lead to 4-3. I should say they've reclaimed their lead in what's been a back and forth hockey game. Villanova goal, scored by number 2, CC Jenkins. Assisted by number 12, Zoe Garrett. And number 37, Emily Noble. Time of the goal, 7 minutes, 57 seconds. In the third period, Jenkins from Garrett and Noble at 7:57. A McKenna save with 11:12 to go in regulation. And a 4-3 score before us. Villanova, with the last 2 goals, have reclaimed the upper hand over Navy. Powers breakout, broken up over the center logo by Brown. Baylor comes up with the loose puck. She drives it back deep into the Navy end. Natras at her line. To Baylor again. On the good side of center to avoid the icing. Natras's backhand just gains the line. Schillinger lost her footing, it appeared, of her own volition, but Steve Cannon's going to come back with a tripping call on Sadie Natras with 10:29. To go in the third period. What we see on this side and what Steve sees on the other. Completely different perspectives for sure. So a Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill underway for the Wildcats, looking to preserve their newfound 4-3 lead. Villanova penalty assessed to number 82, Sadie Natras, 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 9 minutes, 31 seconds in the third period. Natras 2 for tripping at 9:31. We've just hit the midway point of the period. Stangl to Cornelio. Cornelio from the far corner circles behind the net. Dishes this puck to Schillinger. Schillinger throws one through the slot. Cornelio with a shot, barreling into the low slot, but holding for the pause is Molly McKenna, coming up big again. That her 35th save of the game. Timeout, Navy. Navy take their timeout with 9:12 remaining. And we will do the same on the Delaware Hockey Network.
There's nothing all-American quite like a good old-fashioned barbecue. Sid's Barbecue and Jerky brings the most tender and flavorful pulled pork, brisket, and barbecue chicken to the tri-state area and is sure to turn your next gathering into a truly all-American event. Visit Sid's on Ridge Road in Claymont, Delaware, or place your next catering order at sidsbbqandjerky.com.
Timeout reaching its conclusion. Navy with a one-woman advantage for 43 seconds. Coach Ashley Harper drawing up power play plans to try to bring this game back to level pegging. The face-off will be to the right of Molly McKenna, who has stopped 35 of 38 Navy shots to this point. Cornelio, Gauthier, Smith, Power, and Stangl. The 5 on this power play. Curran in for the draw for Villanova, but it was controlled by the mids. Hard shot from distance, covered by McKenna, and she holds for the pause. Face-off migrates to the far side now. Baylor and Gauthier. Gauthier found Stangl, Power, cross-ice puck movement. That shot from Smith was stick checked short. Baylor muscles to center, backhands the puck in over the Navy line. 17 seconds to go on the Natras penalty, just inside 9 minutes to go in regulation. Villanova with a newfound 4-3 lead. And Commissioner Taylor Hadley bringing the hardware behind the scorer's table. Stengel to Serafinski. That breakout pass interrupted by Curran. Curran together with Serafinski comes in toward the Villanova line to again interrupt Navy's progress. The long Bice shot was gloved down by McKenna. 8:03 to go. Wheelock and Garrett took the draw to the right of McKenna. Garrett cannot clear. Schillinger held the point to Serafinski. She backhands the puck into the near corner. This is cleared by Monopoli. The foot race to the line goes the way of Navy, forcing the icing. $7:41 to go in a 4-3 hockey game. Gauthier won the draw. Holt to Cornelio. Monopoli recovers. Jenkins can't slam the puck free as a stick check from Holt slows up that advance. Stengel hustled back to her own line to try to take the puck away from Garrett, but Zoe Garrett persevering in the near corner recovers for Nova. Holt again clears. Monopoli volleys the puck back from center right in front of us. 7 minutes to go. Smith from inside the Navy zone finds a path through neutral ice along the near boards and into Villanova territory. The puck is stolen from her by Annalise Monopoli but not cleared. Maggie Schillinger held the left point. Delayed penalty coming up. It will be against Villanova. Now it's touched. And Karina Baylor heads off for a trip with 6:27 to go in regulation. Delaware trash can cleaning penalty kill. Up for Villanova. And Zoe Garrett comes in for the draw to try to protect this 4-3 lead. Puck wobbles back to the point. Stengel across to Power. Garrett steps up to try to clear. Deeper in the zone. Braun can't do so either. From right down the middle, Noble tried to. It is Jenkins, the fourth penalty killer, who rifles the puck up ice. Villanova penalty assessed to number 32, Karina Baylor. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 13 minutes, 33 seconds in the third period. Baylor 2 for tripping at 13:33. 80 seconds left on the Baylor penalty. 5:45 left in regulation. Villanova's got a 4-3 lead over Navy. Kirsta Wheelock tries to split defenders on her way into the slot from the left dot, but she gets tied up. Grace Curran slow to get back up to her feet. Harper pleading her case that she had fallen on the puck and had covered it deliberately, which would lead to a delay of game. There won't be a delay of game penalty, but Villanova does surrender a defensive zone faceoff. Bice shot wide. She gets the puck back at the right point. This one through was blocked off its intended line by Cece Jenkins. Jenkins steps up and she rifles the puck clear with 5 minutes and change to go in the third period. And a 4-3 Villanova lead as Navy works back into Wildcat territory again. Wraparound chance from Tess Clark. No good. McKenna with save number 40. Here comes Bice. Slowed up on the doorstep. Holding the point off the failed clear was Schillinger, and she scores. Maggie Schillinger. Evens it up. Maggie Schillinger gets her second on the power play with 4:33 to go. And it's now all square again. A back and forth hockey game. With chances galore. Navy goal, second of the game for number 23, Maggie Schillinger. Assisted by number 24, Christina Cornelio. And number 18, Savannah Holt. Time of the power play goal, 15 minutes, 27 seconds in the third period. Schillinger's second from Cornelio. And Holt at 15:27, a power play goal. Final 3:40 of regulation. Schillinger, who's got the game-tying goal, flips the puck to Tess Clark up the far side. Bice holds it in. Messino recovers. Back it comes to Jasmine Messino up the right wing boards. She's stood up by Schillinger as they collide just inside the blue line. 3:12 to go, and the Steve Cannon whistle sounds again. Maggie Schillinger ruled off for interference. And Villanova's going to take their timeout, so will we. We'll be right back after the timeout.
Bridges have connected people for centuries. When it comes to helping small businesses build bridges with the people they serve, there's a new gold standard. 412 Communications offers a uniquely comprehensive array of media solutions to help your brand establish and maintain strong, lasting connections with your clientele.
Think about it. The trash and recycling bins in our homes, even with normal use, are places where harmful bacteria like Salmonella and E. coli can multiply by the thousands. But like anyone, you want to keep your home and your family as healthy as possible. Delaware Trash Can Cleaning can help. They sanitize your trash cans with high-pressure hot water jets that can kill over 99% of the germs and bacteria in your cans in just a few minutes. To schedule your first cleaning, call 302-310-9075 or visit DelawareTrashCanCleaning.com.
Back inside the center ice arena, Villanova has just surrendered the game-tying goal, and now they have taken their timeout as they embark on a primo power play with Maggie Schillinger ruled off for interference. Order your next party tray online at primohoagies.com or drop into your local neighborhood Primo Hoagies at 1278 Baltimore Pike in Kennett Square, Pennsylvania. The original Aussie stretch drive here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Third period brought to you by the Ostrander family for the stretch drive of the season. And it seems as though our video signal is frozen. Final minute 35 of the power play. This is cleared. Working below the cage was Cornelio, unable to set up the wraparound. Curran over the line. Play ruled onside. Shot from the angle, and Emily Noble was off the pads of Kalasa. Follow-up chance to no avail. Final 2:05 in regulation. Stangl behind the Navy goal, finds space up the left side. She fires the puck clear. It is steadied by McKenna. And now backhanded up ice by Grace Curran. We're down to the final 82 seconds now. Puck is loose behind the Villanova goal. Recovered by Messino. Is thrown up the near side. Recovered by Schillinger. 1 minute remaining of the period. 1 minute. 4-4 hockey game. And Christina Cornelio up the left wing boards. Ends up in the corner trying to set up Beisch. Baylor broke up the pass. Cornelio got a shot away. Crashing the net and trying to dig the puck through was Wheelock, but she was denied on the welcome mat. This face-off comes to McKenna's right. Unfortunately, we're experiencing technical difficulties on the video end. Power gains the puck at center. Backing into the zone is Tess Clark. Final 10 seconds. Beisch right point. Across the line. Schillinger's shot. Popped up in the air. Scrap for the rebound in the near corner. Emerging with it is Brown as the horn sounds, and that brings us to the end of regulation. At the end of regulation, the score, Navy 4, Villanova 4. Regulation shots on goal. Navy 47, Villanova 22. Back momentarily with overtime waiting in the wings. Friends, we have good news. Video is back up and running thanks to our assistant producer, Mark McClure, and off we go with overtime. 10 minutes, 5-on-5 to get things started. Powers steals the puck from Jenkins on the breakout near side. Net front feed is directed behind the cage. Gauthier colliding with her own teammate. Meanwhile, up the left wing boards comes Jasmine Messino. This puck goes into the Navy bench area and gives us a pause in the action with 9:30 to go in this 10-minute 5-on-5 overtime. Navy could not clear cleanly. Messino to Curran up the middle. The shot from Zoe Garrett was waffle boarded away. By Colassa. Garrett at center. Turns the puck in. It rolls to the far corner of the Navy end. Michaela Stangl takes her time on the breakout, but Baylor holds the zone. She got the puck to Brown, who worked it in deep. Nobody home to finish on the doorstep. Cornelio clears. Power won the race to the puck behind the goal. So there's no icing against Navy.
100 seconds gone. In the third period, or rather in intermission, no, not intermission, overtime. Man, it's been a long weekend. We can't figure out what this portion of the game is called. It is overtime. It even says so on the monitor, OT. We're just grateful to have all of our faculties about us, and grateful to have Mark McClure working hard behind the scenes to get us back up and running. McKenna with the glove save on the Bice shot. Wildcats clear. Smith the other way. Gives it away to Monopoli. Garrett waited just long enough to ensure an onside entry, but ultimately she gave the puck away. This is offside. Against the Wildcats after Navy worked clear. .7:25 to go in this 10-minute frame of 5-on-5. If this settles nothing, we'll go 10 minutes more, but 4-on-4. Brooke Gauthier, shot stick checked by Braun high in the zone. The follow-up made it through, but was blocked net front. Rebound hotly contested at the far half wall. Stengel was fed the puck by Holt, but her shot was off target. Follow-up is blocked. Holt winds up. That blocked by Brown. Scrum for the puck in the far corner of the Villanova end below the goal. It breaks up now. The power shot didn't make it. Braun emerges the other way. Rusnak shovels the puck up the near boards and into the Navy end. Back the other direction, Tess Clark. Tied up in the near corner. She cycles the puck to Smith. Monopoli can't clear. Wheelock throws this in the slot where Curran takes it away. Schillinger protects the point. But here the other direction comes C.C. Jenkins. Beisch clears the puck out of the low slot. It's picked up by Wheelock far side. This is thrown back in over the blue line by Emily Noble amid a delayed offside. Garrett crossing to the near boards, re-enters the Navy zone. 5:15 to go in this 10-minute overtime period. Next goal wins. Powers shot blocked by Noble. Cornelio backhand was not on target. Now Stengel from the corner. Near side tried to throw the puck in close, but it was blocked. Navy has outshot Villanova 48-23. They've done their job to support Kalasa.
Power's close-up shot was saved by McKenna. Schillinger from below the goal couldn't make anything happen. The puck rolls back into the neutral zone. Clark leaves it back to Wheelock. She and Brown collide in neutral ice. And here the door is open for Tess Clark to come barreling back in, but her shot was high and wide. Beisch gives this away to Baylor. 2-on-1 for Villanova, now a 2-on-2. Jenkins, hard shot. Rang off the backboards. Holding the near point, rather the far point, was Messino. But Navy clears, and now they change. 200 seconds left in overtime. Baylor, glove save by Kalasa. There's the feed up the near boards to Karina Baylor. Her shot into Kalasa's glove, but it won't count as a shot on goal. It was wide. .3:15 to go. Michaela Stangl leads the Navy rush up the far side. Holt couldn't protect the zone. Curran stripped the puck from her, and here's a 1-on-2. Curran makes it a breakaway backhand. Kalasa again! For a hockey player who hadn't played goal until September, Maggie Kalasa is doing her predecessor proud today. Coming up with some key saves when her midshipmen need them the most. Maggie Schillinger slowed up at center by Garrett. Puck ends up at the far side. Chipped by Serafinski. Toward the Villanova blue line, but brought back the other way by Zoe Garrett again. This rolls behind the Navy goal. Scrap for the puck at the point, far side. Trying to hold it in was Noble. For Villanova, it was nearly brought free by Schillinger. 2 minutes to go in overtime. Curran to Noble, taken away by Power. Baylor dumps the puck into the Navy zone. It's brought back out by Stangl. Power led the re-entry. Jenkins coming back the other direction. Jenkins takes a shoulder from Holt right in front of the Navy bench. Play continues on unabated. 85 seconds to go in this first overtime. The shot from Grace Curran was steered wide by Kalasa. Baylor waits for Brown to tag up before playing the puck into the Navy zone again. 1 minute remaining in overtime. 1 minute. Natras to Brown. Given away over the line. Walked back in by Baylor. She nearly got one through. But Kalasa came up with the pad save, lunging to the far post. Schillinger the other way. Crashes the net from the far corner, but traffic in front got the better of her. Here's Braun. Shot stick checked, high and away. This brought down by Tess Clark, returned by Messino. Final 10 seconds of this 10-minute 5-on-5 overtime. The final shot will come from Cameron Brown. It ends up in the glove of Maggie Kalasa. And the clock has been reset for 3 seconds to account for the time between the end of play and the clock's expiration. The clock has been reset for 2 seconds. The face-off to the left of Kalasa, all for naught. With one overtime concluded, the score remains Navy 4, Villanova also 4. Shots on goal through the first overtime, Navy 2 for a current total of 49. Villanova 4 for a current total of 26. So we now advance to a second 10-minute overtime. Our video issues from late in the third period have now been fully rectified. And teams will change ends for this second overtime. Period number 5 showing up on the clock. Here at the Center Ice Arena as we get set now for 4-on-4 overtime. Quick shot off the face-off from Brown. Blockered away by Kalasa. Tess Clark muscles back toward the Villanova line before throwing the puck in deep. Power colliding with Brown, vying for the puck. It goes the way of Navy and Michaela Stangl. She's angled to the far corner, but Stangl stays with the play. Net front feed intended for Clark, didn't connect, nor did the shot from higher in the zone, which followed off the stick of Cornelio. 2-on-2 for Villanova, led by Brown up the left wall. She puts on the brakes and waits for the reinforcements. Net front set up to Cece Jenkins. Too high for Jenkins to handle for the shot from close up. Stangl recovers. Works the puck to Gauthier up the right wall. This is taken away by Curran. Recovered by Schillinger. Smith tagged up in time, but Baylor came away with the puck, walked it up ice, saucered one in from right in front of her own bench. It bounced off the end boards. Again, Messino recovers. to Caitlin Braun. Braun tried to connect with either Curran or Baylor up the right side, but neither of them were waiting for the pass. Braun gives this away to Beisch, but takes it right back. Messino to Curran. One-on-one, Curran tied up in the high slot. Cornelio plays the puck back to center. With the delayed offside in effect, Navy was able to work back up ice unabated. Puck into the Navy bench area. Returned by backup netminder Sigrid Schwarzkopf. To the right of Villanova netminder Molly McKenna, who stopped 45 of 49 shots faced. She's done a heck of a job in net for these Wildcats all game, and for that matter, all season. Gauthier into a 1-on-3. Pinched wide on the zone entry by Garrett. The shot was rushed and wide. Was thrown back by Power over the line. But Noble muscles through with the puck. And she leads a 2-on-3 despite being steered to the far wall for the back-checking Michaela Stangl. Puck was loose in front, covered up just in time by Maggie Kalasa, thanking her lucky stars here. Face-off comes to Kalasa's right. Cornelio drops the puck back to the point, and Lexi Smith, her shot. Into McKenna's glove for save number 46. 6:41 to go in the second overtime. If nothing is settled at the conclusion of this frame, we'll go 3-on-3 for as long as we need to determine a winner. Villanova clears. Beisch pulls on the brakes behind her own goal. Puck is well contested just above the blue line after the Navy breakout had stalled. Here comes Annalise Montopoli back up the far wall. She was slowed up shy of the line and dumped the puck in. Garrett again recovers. Noble to Zoe Garrett. Long shot, stick checked, paddled down and away by Kalasa despite being wide of the post. Gauthier the other direction, net front feed, sails past Cornelio. Smith works the far corner. Power coming out of the near corner. Brought the puck to the top of the zone. Cornelio sets up Power again. Slap shot. Right on target, but held firmly by Molly McKenna for save number 47 with 5:02 to go in this second overtime. Yoy and double yoy and maybe even triple yoy. as the late, great Myron Cope was fond of saying. Battle for the puck behind the Navy goal. Brown lost her footing amid that scrum. Power to Smith, across to Tess Clark. Maggie Schillinger's shot from center point was off the pads of McKenna. Race on the other way, Baylor and Beisch. Schillinger clears. Net front setup intended for Cornelio. Came from Holt, but it was intercepted. Christina Cornelio recovers at center. Beisch back to Cornelio. Centering feed. Power, no. That's deflected into the netting and behind. $3:38 to go in the second overtime. Shots 53-28, make it 54-28 as Lauren Power takes aim again from downtown Wilmington. This is caught and held by McKenna. $3:31 remaining in overtime number 2. A 4-4 deadlock between Navy and Villanova in a championship game that's had just about everything you could ask for. CeCe Jenkins gets around Stengel, takes aim from the outside of the circle, near side, but her shot was turned away by Kalasa. Power under forechecking heat, leaves the puck to Stengel. The Villanova forecheckers swarm in more aggressively now, namely Brown behind the goal. Both benches have shortened considerably. Wraparound chance from Tess Clark was slowed by Noble. Schillinger under forechecking heat from Brown recovers the puck. Maggie Schillinger up the left wing boards. Cuts toward the net, wrister from 22 feet. Was wide of the near post. Schillinger held the zone at the right point, dropping back into her defensive position after getting the shot away. The Noble clearing attempt was foiled by Smith. Garrett's backhand clears the zone, but it will come back in icing with 104 seconds to go. In overtime number 2. Face-off comes to the right of McKenna. Stengel one-timer off the power setup D-to-D. Puck is cleared from inside the dots rather by Zoe Garrett. Another scrum net front. 80 seconds to go. Stengel held the point. Here's a 2-on-1 the other way. The Grace Curran shot held on to, and Baylor went sailing into the net. 65 seconds to go. The net will be reset. And once it comes back onto its moorings, the face-off will migrate to the right of Maggie Kalasa. 1 minute remaining in the period. 1 minute. Center held by Braun. Here comes Tess Clark trying to lead a 2-on-3. She flips the puck to Schillinger. Schillinger crashes the net, but a Messino stick check close to home slows her up. Now 27 seconds remaining in this second overtime. Lexi Smith steered wide by Messino into the near corner. Nearly gave the puck away. Beisch recovers and throws it in low again. Final 6 seconds of the 4-on-4 portion of overtime. Powers' re-entry is clean, but the buzzer sounds to signal the end of overtime number 2. Through the second overtime, the score remains Navy 4, Villanova 4. Second overtime shots, Navy 6 for a total of 55, Villanova 3 for a total of 29. Villanova penalty assessed to number 46, Caitlin Braun. 2 minutes for tripping. Time of the penalty, 10 minutes in the second overtime. Braun 2 for tripping at 10 minutes in the second overtime. We'll be back after a quick timeout here on the Delaware Hockey Network. Overtime number 3 will begin 4-on-3 with Navy on the power play. At the first stoppage following the conclusion of the penalty, we will revert to 3-on-3. Christina Cornelio gains the left point, drop pass to Stangl. Back it comes to Michaela Stangl near side. Power holding high in the zone. There's the shot from distance off McKenna's pads. Power winds up with a hard slap shot, but it was off target. McKenna has saved 52 shots in this championship game. The Stangl shot was blocked. CeCe Jenkins could not clear. Puck rolls behind the goal. Monopoli couldn't wobble the puck clear. It rolled on its rib toward the point, which Stangl maintained. This is the third overtime. For those of you just joining us on the Delaware Hockey Network, Navy and Villanova deadlocked 4-4. The Tess Clark shot was off target. Jenkins clears. 30 seconds left on the Braun tripping minor at the end of the second overtime. Beisch winds up. That won't be a shot on goal. It was wide, but into the glove of Molly McKenna. 17 seconds remaining on the Navy power play. Face-off will come to the left of McKenna, who's been rock solid between the pipes. Messino, despite resistance, clears. Final 3 seconds of the Braun penalty. Tick away. We're 4-on-4 until the next stoppage. Then we'll revert to 3 aside. Beisch slowed up. Holt recovers and walks back in to the Villanova zone. Gauthier's shot was sticked away to the far corner by McKenna. Up comes Brown beyond center before rolling the puck in behind the Navy goal. Stangl steadies and feeds to Christina Cornelio. Cornelio's shot caught the skate of Noble. Cornelio chased the puck to the far corner. She sets up Schillinger. And the whistle sounds with 7:06 to go in the third overtime after Molly McKenna records her 54th save. Play is now 3-on-3. And as long as we're even strength, it will be 3-on-3 from this point forward. Beisch canceled out by Monopoli. Saw her shot go into the near corner. Maggie Schillinger shovels the puck off the far half boards. Cornelio steps up, throws it toward the cage. Beisch couldn't bring it down cleanly. Jenkins to Monopoli behind the Villanova goal. The stretch pass on the breakout didn't connect. Schillinger's shot was stick-checked offline by Garrett. Stangl hassled at the line by Braun. has to chase this puck down to the near boards. 4 minutes have elapsed in overtime number 3. Power barrels in, shot. McKenna with the glove save. Molly McKenna, 59 shots, 55 saves. Wow. Power came barreling in and tried to roof one, but Molly McKenna had other ideas. Power and Braun collide at the penalty box door after their sticks got tangled up battling for the puck. Stangl back in for Navy, up the near side. She circles behind the goal. She's steered outside the dots by Cameron Brown, holding close to home on D. Brown pokes the puck out of Stangel's reach and now pushes it into the Navy zone. Brown with space, Colossa with the save. Back and forth, chances both ways. But we're still 4 aside with 5:15 left. And what the scoreboard here at Center Ice Arena shows is the 6th period. Lindsay Beisch leads a 2-on-1. Backhand, McKenna glove save again. .504 to go. Baylor and Gauthier take the draw that restarts play. Schillinger maintains the puck for Navy. Maggie Schillinger kept outside the dots by Karina Baylor. Couldn't generate a shot. She leaves it back to Beisch. A wobbling one-timer from center point. Bounces below the goal. Jenkins leaves it for Monopoli. Breakout nearly intercepted by Gauthier. But she couldn't make anything happen net front. Cece Jenkins leaves a 2-on-1. No, she doesn't, as Baylor was well offside. 4:31 to go in overtime number 3. Next goal wins the hockey game. Holt to Clark. Back it comes to Holt. Lauren Power times her entry, flipping the puck off the back glass from long distance while waiting for Clark to tag back up. Here comes Curran, rolling the puck below the Navy goal. Stangl does work this clear, and it's backhanded by Tess Clark from in front of her bench back to center. Cornelio couldn't walk it past Curran. Here comes Maggie Schillinger. Up the right side, shot into the glove again of Molly McKenna for save number 57. Beisch couldn't get through off the draw, pad save, and a whistle. It sounded like there was a whistle, but that was more a shriek. So play continues on. And the Zoe Garrett shot from 23 feet was wide of the near post. We're at 62-30 in the shot department now, and that one from Brooke Gauthier was blocked. Garrett dumps the puck into the Navy zone again, and the Wildcats will try to reset. The forechecking pressure came in the form of Cameron Brown. Stengel to Holt. Cross-ice pass was intended for Clark, but broken up. Brown's wrist shot was intercepted. Here comes Stengel on a breakaway. Deke shot, that does it. The Navy midshipmen have won the Delaware Valley Collegiate Hockey Conference Championship by virtue of a 5-4 triple overtime win. And here's a look at it again. Michaela Stengel generates the breakaway. A couple dekes. She goes top corner with 2:21 to go. And Navy have won 5-4. The final score: U.S. Naval Academy Midshipmen 5, Villanova University Wildcats 4. Navy goal scored by number 14, Michaela Stengel. Time of the unassisted goal, 7 minutes, 39 seconds in the third overtime. Stengel unassisted at 7:39 in the third overtime. We ask that both teams please take to their respective blue lines for the post-game awards presentation. As always, we start with the 3 stars of the game. The third star, with 2 goals for Navy, number 23, Maggie Schillinger. Today's second star with 58 saves for Villanova, number 6, Molly McKenna. And the number 1 star with an assist and the overtime game-winning goal, number 14 for Navy, Michaela Stengel. Fans, this championship game had absolutely everything we could have asked for. Let's give a special round of applause to a team most valiant in defeat, the runners-up, the Villanova University Wildcats. But as always, there can only be one champion. That champion by virtue of a 5-4 triple overtime win, the United States Naval Academy Midshipmen. Captains, please come forward to accept the DVCHC trophy from Commissioner Taylor Hadley. Navy, congratulations on a hard-fought well-earned championship. And that, friends, will do it for us here on the Delaware Hockey Network this weekend as the United States Naval Academy midshipmen take top honors in the DVCHC Women's Division II bracket, needing 3 overtimes, though, to defeat Villanova by a tally of 5-4. For the entire crew, for Mark McClure, Broadway Joe Sindoni, Ray Catolo, Josie Bell at Leighton Worthy, Curtis MacDonald, Molly Jo Rosen, Rod Allams, everybody with a hand behind the scenes. Laura, who's been giving us all the information through the course of the weekend. James Witherite, thanking you all for your company. And we certainly hope to see you again soon on the Delaware Hockey Network, presented by the Law Office of Long and Greenberg. One final time, the final score, Navy 5, Villanova 4. Good night to you all.